What looks like a sigh of relief for families of those who perished in the Ethiopia 737 MAX crash in 2019. Boeing has finally accepted sole liability for the fatal crash in Ethiopia that claimed 157 lives from 35 different countries. Boeing explicitly agreed that the pilots were not at fault. Now, the recent developments open the way for families in countries like Ethiopia and here in Kenya to claim compensation through the U.S. courts rather than in their home countries, which might be more difficult and result in lower payments. And as Raquel Muigai reports, Boeing still falls short of telling the world exactly what went wrong in the design and certification of the software that was responsible for loss of control of the ill-fated aircraft, how it happened, and also who was responsible.
At the home of Mzee Ibrahim Mohammed in Kibra, Nairobi, the mention of the name Abdullahi Ibrahim evokes some painful memories. Abdullahi was one among the 157 people who died in the Ethiopia 737 MAX crash in 2019.
Yeye alikuwa anafanya na Al-Marai, Saudi Arabia, ambao ana supervise kwa farm. Unaona, sasa yeye alikuwa iko na hiyo post.
However, 2 years and 9 months later, Boeing has accepted sole liability for the fatal accident, an agreement that also paves way for compensation claims to be made under US law, which provides for higher levels of compensation than would apply in many other countries.
Itakuwa pia ni nafuu sisi tumalize maneno kwa haraka, sio kwenda kotini huku na huku. Wale wapendwa wetu hawako tena. Hata tukipata nini haitatusaidia kuwarudisha hawa.
Atakuwa ameacha wale watoto wake vizuri, sana sana ni watoto wake ndio watakuwa na maisha mzuri. Juu wako watatu, kuna hao wawili wako high school, so tulikuwa worried itakuwa aje.
In court documents filed Wednesday in federal court in Chicago, where Boeing is based, the company admitted that its software was to blame for the flight's loss of control and destruction. The plane nosedived into a barren patch of land about 65 kilometers from Addis Ababa, shortly after takeoff from Addis Ababa Bole International Airport. The agreement grants Boeing an explicit exclusion of any claim for punitive damages and an end to legal discovery processes or depositions that will seek further evidence of wrongdoing by Boeing. Only 2 of the Flight ET-302 families have not signed on to the proposed agreement at this point, holding out for more accountability for the company and its executives. One of the families being said to be of 2 Kenyan victims of the ill-fated flight.
Ndio mtu ukosea, hata mtu unaweza ua na Mungu akusamehe. Kama Boeing wamerudi chini mpaka wamekubali makosa yao, naweza advise hiyo family nyingine kama yetu wa accept tu kenye watapewa, iwasaidie na wa move on na maisha yao, na wale wa rest in peace. Sisi pia tungoje siku zetu.
At the time of the crash, the 737 MAX was Boeing's best-selling plane. Boeing's acceptance of liability is the closest it has come to a full admission of blame for the 2 deadly MAX crashes that killed 346 people. The Lion Air flight JT610 in Indonesia in 2018, which was followed just 5 months later by the crash in Ethiopia. Boeing has fixed all design flaws in the software update that has since allowed the MAX aircraft to return to service. With the possibility of further revelations of wrongdoing in court proceedings now remote, Boeing's leaders have now left it to lawyers to work out the precise compensation amounts for the affected families, like that of Abdullahi Ibrahim. Raquel Muigai, Citizen TV.